I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, have me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart. I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month. I don't rap much. I just take the money.
So up here we have a hook lying bench press. What I'm really trying to emphasize is thinking about rolling my back pockets towards the back of my knees to really get my abs on and my low back pressed flat against the bench. From here, I'm thinking about reaching through my hands, trying to let those shoulder blades reach through. And I'm just going to lower down with a close grip. I'm going to feel a ton of abs here. Pair this with some breathing just to get some good scapula and some good loaded reaching to kind of keep me healthy with all the bench pressing. So this is going to be my third bench press day of the week. This is a really good variation, especially when you do have some kind of more extension-based back pain for sure. So definitely one to give a shot. Up next for my accessories, some good old chest-supported rows. You can never go wrong with this, especially as a power lifter. Just kind of lets that low back relax, and you can get some good loaded reaching, getting some good shoulder blade movement as well, trying to really reach and then row through a full range of motion. So an elevated bear push-up, this is a new one I've been playing with. A lot of the same concepts. I'm thinking about driving the heels through the wall, getting those back pockets towards the backs of the knees and a good reach at the top. It gives me a lot of abs and some hamstrings to kind of get out of that extension-based pattern again. Really like these, and I'm going to keep these in going forward. All right, what's up, everybody? I'm going to try and document these next 7 weeks and a couple days now. I've already filmed kind of the first half of the training week. Coming in today, starting day 3. Body's feeling really good. Just go over my frequency and my split. I'm going to be squatting twice a week, deadlifting twice a week, and benching, sort of benching 4 times a week. The third bench day is a hook lying day, and that's something I'm going to talk about through this series and kind of show people how I kind of need to train to kind of moderate extension-based back pain and this hip. I got these hip issues I got going on. So I think it'll be a pretty good learning experience for people. It's not going to be just normal, squat, bench, deadlift heavy. So it'll be a pretty cool insight. Today I got a squat single at RPE 8, some back offsets of 4, some tempo bench press, and then some lat pull down with a tuck. So really getting some posterior shift to the rib cage and kind of getting that pelvis to wrap around that femur. And that's it. So I'm not doing a ton of accessories. I'm keeping it pretty specific. Like I said, I'm around 8 weeks out. To be honest, I'm not really feeling it today. Not just training in general, but it's just kind of been a muggy day. Had quite a few client cancellations. It's just, I don't know, it's been a day where I'm not my normal progressive, happy-go-lucky self, but that's life. I'm going to get warmed up. I'm going to take you through my warm-up, and then I'm going to get into some training. So the very first thing in my movement prep is going to be some all fours abs. So I'm going hands under shoulders, knees are under the hips. Making sure I keep a nice neutral look of the chin. I don't want to be tucking, I don't want to be looking up. I'm trying to really get some sagittal plane competency here. So hands are under the shoulders, knees are under my hips, like I said. I'm gonna get that chest away from the floor. I'm gonna roll my belt buckle towards my chin. I'm gonna shift some body weight forward. I'm gonna breathe in this position. Inhale through the nose silently, big forceful exhale through the mouth. Just doing some sets of 5 here. Really trying to get some air out through a very small airway to kind of get all that air out of my lungs. If you do these correctly, you're gonna feel a ton of abs. There's a lot of nuance to this movement, but we're not gonna go over that in this video. If you have any questions, just please ask. If you're one of my clients, you've definitely been through this. I'm gonna follow that up with some rock back breathing. So going feet and knees together, sitting up kind of tall, getting a good exhale. I'm just gonna fold over, trying to keep my hips on my feet the best I can. Palms are going up. I'm reaching through the elbows, and same breath cycle. All right, so now that I got some of my kind of ground-based work out of the way, I'm going to progress that to some standing stuff. I'm a big believer if we are trying to gain some things through warm-ups, we do need to start on the floor and kind of progress that to standing, get a little bit more specific to our movement, okay? So I have squats today. I'm going to go in a front foot elevated split squat with a shift, all right? So I'm getting my front foot directly under, right in front of this hip here. My back foot's going on the ball of my toe, all right? Taking the kettlebell about in a goblet position, reaching through the elbows. I'm getting a big exhale to roll that belt buckle towards the chin. From here, I'm going to kind of pop my zipper on my pants towards the left, get that shift. I'm going to get some breaths in this position. Very challenging, even though they don't look like it. Definitely struggle a little bit more from side to side, which is kind of why I have those in there. Last but not least, we're gonna go into some high heel elevation goblet squats. Get some knees forward, get that tibia translating over the foot. Just get some good squats in to get started here. So.
from this point on, I'm going to start getting my gear on, start getting under the bar. I may come back and revisit some of these things, depending on how I feel under the bar. So that's always going to kind of be my proxy and my gauge for, do I need to come back? I would rather do that than spend all this extra time when some days, to be honest, we just kind of feel good and we're ready to go. So that's it. So, very solid day to start the day today. Squat's feeling good, squat's feeling strong. Taking 430 for a single at around a 7 to 8 RPE is, I don't know if I ever hit that week one of a prep, so that's good news. I really kind of want to give this thing my all and get as much out of this prep as possible. Trying to go put my best performance up. So I got a couple sets of 4 at 75% of my projected daily max. I programmed completely off of RPE and projected maxes on the day, because strength fluctuates so much. So very good start. I think I'm gonna do like 340 to 350 for some pretty smooth sets of 4. So let's get it started.
Ended up hitting 365 for some sets of 4. I'm not gonna input those here though. So we moved on to some tempo bench press. Things I'm thinking about here is really kind of trying to internally rotate my shoulders. So thinking about driving the thumb side of my hand out towards the plate to really get some big elbow flare. I think modern day, it's kind of a big mistake to be over tucking your elbows during bench press. This is going to allow a lot more pecs and delts to be work benching with this style. So we'll get a side angle here in a minute, and you'll kind of see how straight up and down my bar path is. That's kind of the big cue I'm focusing on here. These are really light today, just nice clean reps to kind of get prepped for a big day tomorrow. This is the 3rd bench day of my week here, so I'm looking forward to pushing some bench press throughout this prep.
So today, it's I have a single arm squat. It's kind of my strength squat day, and then I have some really light tempo bench today with some very, very light back offs. 3rd bench day of the week. Just keeping it light because I have a competition day tomorrow. Honestly, that 430 single and squat, I've never hit that 8 weeks out from a meet. It's just been a while since I prepped for a meet, but kind of going all in here. Keeping those calories high. I'm actually going to try and fill out the weight class, which is something that I've always kind of been hesitant of doing in the past. But I'm kind of just putting my head down and getting all that work done, and really trying to choose accessories and movements that kind of relieve some pain for myself, because I'm just trying to manage things really. I'm not going to be pain-free by any means, but I can definitely manage it with these different movements. You saw the lat pull down with the tuck and the rib cage shifting back in space, and that's just letting my rib cage kind of get over that pelvis and get some good movement patterns in there and get away from that extended pattern that I'm very heavily stuck in. So, it's been a very solid first week of prep. So I'm excited to keep pushing. It's important to keep in mind that these numbers I'm hitting this week, I'm in pretty low fatigue because it is the intro week. So as fatigue builds up, we'll kind of see some of this stuff playing off, and then hopefully the taper will give us a big reward at the end. Let me know if you got any questions. I'm gonna check back in tomorrow with the final training day of the week, and we'll be officially 7 weeks out. So I can't wait.
So speaking of fatigue levels, like I had mentioned in the last little clip, this is my 2nd day of the week at the end of the week. Now I paused this weight for a very easy single at the very beginning of the week, and it felt super, super heavy today. So just a lot of accumulated fatigue through the week. Also, these back off triples with 405 for 3 felt really difficult, whereas on Tuesday I actually hit this for 4 sets of 6. So obviously just feeling some fatigue from the earlier in the week. So no big deal, not freaking out or anything like that. That's kind of part of the process. As I adapt and acclimate to these things, I'll start feeling a little bit better at the end of the week. So I am going to be putting my foot on the gas throughout this to make sure I kind of reap all the benefits possible. So this is week 1 recap, and we are officially 7 weeks out.